You or someone that you know is currently going through a foreclosure, and there might be a lot of feelings that are coming up right now in regards to how you're feeling about yourself and your situation while you're going through this foreclosure process. It's so important, especially in the very beginning of this process, that you quickly identify those 5 stages of grief that you may be feeling, which we will go over in this video. And then also, I'm going to give you 5 solutions, some of which will help you to stay in the home, and some of which will be for you to get from under this home and move out clean, and hopefully not even have that foreclosure on your record, and you would be able to move on with your life. But in all of these stages, you're going to need to work quickly in order to work with some of these solutions that I'm going to be presenting to you in this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Laster-Mullins, and I'm a realtor in the Northern Central Valley of California. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 stages of grief that anyone going through a foreclosure may be feeling at any point in this process, and also 5 solutions to help you get from under this foreclosure and get out clean, either by keeping your home or getting out of the home and keeping this foreclosure from happening. Let's get started. First, I want to go into the 5 stages of grief that anyone going through a foreclosure may be feeling. The first one being denial. The first reaction many people have when they learn that they might be losing something important to them is to deny that it's happening. There must be a mistake. I'm not going to lose my house. Now, in this stage, you may be correct. There might be a mistake. Maybe you need to just contact your mortgage service provider so that way you can clear this up. You want to clear it up as soon as possible. And if it isn't a mistake, you want to find out exactly what you can do at this point in order to stop these notices, because at this point it is public record. You're probably getting phone calls from realtors and wholesalers and investors that are telling you that you are in pre-foreclosure, because it is public record, sadly to say. There's nothing private about this, and that you could possibly be losing your home. So they're probably trying to buy your home. You're probably still on this stage of denying that this is even happening, that this is possibly a mistake, and you're not going to lose your home. The only thing is, you don't want to sit on this information. You want to get it resolved as soon as possible. Number 2, anger. When you understand that this is really happening and denial can't last forever, you get angry at whomever you think is to blame or the nearest person to you. Why is this happening to me? It's not fair. Those greedy banks are to blame. And you might be angry at the other person that's on the line with you, solidifying that yes, you are in pre-foreclosure. It is public record that you have missed at least 30, 60, 90 days of mortgage payments, and that this is truly happening to you. You're now out of the denial stage, and now you're just pissed off. It's important that you're not shooting the messenger. Contact your lender. Find out what you can do at this point. You can also contact an attorney that specializes in foreclosures, real estate, and that attorney can possibly lay out some solutions, some of which I'm going to lay out for you. Number 3, bargaining. The 3rd stage involves you trying to avoid the cause of the grief entirely through some action. Maybe if I work really hard to tell the bank about my hardships, they'll let me keep my house. I find out very quickly that when you tell the bank about your hardships, maybe you lost a job, you're going through a divorce, whatever the case may be, of why you stopped making your mortgage payments for any reason, that you're going to be pulling at the heartstrings of the person on the other line, and that they're going to work diligently to make sure that you can stay in your home. Sadly to say, this is not a reality. The bank is not in the business of lending out money to people that are not going to pay them back. This is how they make their living. I know, it's a horrible system, but instead of fighting the system, you have to work within the system. This is where you should probably start reaching out for help when you get to this stage. Maybe those people that are calling you regarding your pre-foreclosure might be able to offer you some solutions. The 4th stage is depression. In the fourth stage, you're typically saddened by the reality of your situation. I have so many memories in this house. What am I going to do? By the time that you get to this stage, you might be going back and forth to anger and depression, which is completely understandable. I understand it's very upsetting. I've been in this situation as well. My husband and I bought our house literally a month before the market crashed in 2008. I completely understand what you're feeling. By taking action right away will help you to get over these feelings. And the last stage of the grief cycle is acceptance. In the fifth stage, you accept the reality of your situation, have stable emotions about it, and look for a solution. This is really happening. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. Well, I'm here to tell you that there is. Reach out for help. There are people that are willing to help you. The only reason why it may feel like they're targeting you and they're calling you and texting you is because they know at some point in your grief cycle you are going to reach out for help, and they're hoping that you reach out to that person to help you. All right, now let's go into what are those things that you can do to either keep your home, we'll go over those first, or get out of this home, move on with your life. Hopefully you'll be able to put the pieces back together in a few years. After you've been able to rebuild your credit again, you'll be able to buy another home. It's just going to take a while for you to build your credit and your credibility with home lenders that are going to be lending you money for such a big purchase. So let's get into it. So there's 5 ways that you can stop a foreclosure auction right now. The 5 ways to stop a foreclosure and to stop the foreclosure auction are to 1, reinstate your loan. 2, do a loan modification. 3, list your home for sale with a real estate agent. 4, sell your home for cash to an investor. And number 5, sell your home creative to an investor that is willing to help you get out of this mess, keep you out of foreclosure, and build your credit. All right, now let's go back up to the first one. Reinstate your loan. You need to ask yourself, how's your credit at this point? So if you've already missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mortgage payments, your credit's probably not too healthy. So going out and getting a personal loan is probably not even an option. However, do you have a relative or a friend that can lend you the money and pay up all of your arrears? Or are you going to be coming into a large sum of money soon where you're going to be able to pay up those arrears? If those are an option for you, you can always contact your bank, find out how much money you owe in arrears, what is the daily charge, because sometimes banks will start charging you a daily rate, or they might be charging you other fees. There's also a loan modification. For a loan modification, you can do these on your own, but it's always great to have someone assist you with this because there is a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of deadlines, and if you have a busy life, you have a 9 to 5, you're dealing with a lot on your plate, dealing with a loan modification can be very stressful. So it's always a good idea to maybe reach out to a real estate attorney or an attorney that deals with loan modifications. There's also services that you can pay for to have them help you with the loan modification. Also, you can reach out to your bank yourself and start getting help with the loan modification process. And if you feel at any point that you need to get someone else involved to help you with this process, then go ahead and get that help right away. The third option would be to list your home with a real estate agent. This is a great option if your home is in pristine condition. You can sell it for top dollar in the market. It's going to be important that you also are working with a real estate agent that's going to tell you the truth about the condition of your home. If your home is dated or it's not up to par, maybe you have a lot of deferred maintenance, this may not be a good option for you to try to list your home on the market. You're going to get a lot of lowball offers. You're going to probably have a lot of investors trying to give you cash offers, which is going to be the next thing that we're going to talk about. But also, you need to sell this home for as much as you owe the bank in arrears, plus you're going to need to pay off the current balance, plus you are going to need to pay realtor fees, closing costs, and all the fees that come with having to sell your home. You may have to do some repairs for the new buyer that's coming in. So there's a lot of things that go into selling your home. So if your home is not in the best condition, then selling your home with a real estate agent may not be a viable option for you. Which brings me to number 4, selling your home to a cash investor. Now, a cash investor is not going to pay top dollar for your home. They're going to take what they could sell your home for after it's in the best condition of your home's life, and they're going to deduct all the repairs that they're going to need to make to your home to make it that beautiful home that they know that it could be. So it's going to be important that you understand that you're not going to get top dollar for your home. However, do you have enough equity in your home to sell it to a cash investor and at the same time get the arrears and the balance of your loan paid off, and also walk away with a few dollars in your pocket so that way you'll be able to move on with your life and possibly go and rent something for the time being until you are able to build up your credit and purchase another home sometime in the future. Number 6, selling your home to a real estate investor creatively. Now, I want to preface that yes, this is completely legal and you can work out terms with the real estate investor buyer to pay all of your arrears, which you will need to find out exactly what you owe in arrears so you can negotiate this with the real estate investor. That real estate investor will actually, in turn, for paying up all of the arrears on the money that you owe to your bank, they will take over the property. So you would deed the property over to the new real estate investor buyer, and that real estate investor buyer would then own the home, and they will be paying your mortgage. Your mortgage will actually stay intact, and you probably have a great interest rate on your home, especially if you refinance in the last few years. You've probably got a lower interest rate, and so that's going to be very appealing to a real estate investor that's coming in. They'll take over your payments, which will build your credit back up because you were able to reinstate that loan, and those payments are going to be made on time. Of course, you're going to have terms, you're going to have a contract with this real estate investor. You want to do everything by the book. You can hire a real estate attorney to help you with the documentation for this, just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. If you live in the escrow state, like I live in California, we're an escrow state, you would go through a title company to make sure that you were to issue title insurance for that new owner and that everything was on the up and up and everything was done legally. That real estate investor would most likely cover all of the closing costs and give you some money in your pocket, so that way it'll help you with your moving expenses and you will be free and clear of this home. You won't own the home anymore, but the mortgage will stay in your name. You're not going to be able to buy another home right away after going through something like this. So having someone else make those mortgage payments, building your credit back up, is going to be very beneficial for you. Of course, you can work out terms with the real estate investor in regards to maybe having that loan eventually refinanced out of your name, especially when you're going to move on and maybe even want to purchase another home in the future. That would still be a viable option for you. So I hope this video helps you out with at least identifying the stages of grief that you may be feeling, as well as some of the options that you may have in order to keep your home. The first 2 options were to reinstate your loan or do a loan modification with the bank. Those 2 options, you'll be able to keep your home. However, if you're ready to move from this home, or maybe you can't make the payments anymore, you need to get from underneath this home, my options 3, 4, and 5 was to list your home with a real estate agent, sell your home to a cash investor, or sell your home creatively to a real estate investor that understands subject to real estate purchasing. If you have any questions in regards to any of these options, or if you would like some help in regards to any of these options, or if you would like help with any of these options, and you're maybe not in my neck of the woods in California, I'll still be able to find someone in your area that can help you at stopping the foreclosure and helping you with some of these steps that we talked about before. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.